Welcome to another episode of Top 10 Situation Circles, Tips and Tricks for Fortnite Battle Royale for you to get that victory royale. My name is SanchoWest. I will be your guide using the epic replay system to help you guys get better in those top circles, those ending circles. So let's get some victories. In this situation right here, we're near the River of Death. Now, I like to call it the River of Death because lots of bad things happen in that river, and it's nothing good because there's just so much high ground between the two during this patch. So that is the River of Death, and we're just walking towards it. And it looks like the circle, from what I remember, it's gonna end over like right between the two. So let's see what pans out here, and I think we get in a nice little build off here. So I am making my way towards this way, not walking fast. All right, let's do this. Now, as always, you want to make sure that this is what happens. I heard a grenade launcher, and I'm like, I want that grenade launcher because it's such a great way to push forts. And this is on the edge of the circle, so I'm going to go ahead and push this because I hear this gunfire. It's a very dumb push, by the way, because you don't want to push someone with a grenade launcher, but I'm all about it. I'm going to go ahead and lay some fire down just put pressure in and cause panic. I could have sneaked up a little bit, but what I find when you sneak up a little bit, the footsteps often lets them understand, like, okay, someone's approaching, versus someone shooting at your walls. Oh my God, I have to build these walls. And so now they're preoccupied with a pencil in their hand. So I'm attracting a lot of gunfire, which you will see that kind of catches up to me a little bit later. So I'm putting pressure on him. Now I'm going to go ahead and build up. Now you have to be careful here, because you build up, he already has a shotgun ready. Things can get nasty. He jumps. He thought I would go a little bit higher. I only have a common tactical, by the way. Hits my ramp. I'm going to go ahead and try to block him. I accidentally get too close, but luckily I was able to avoid his gunfire. Now these build-offs get kind of crazy, so let me just slow it down a little bit. A little baby build-off. Hit him for 9. Now someone else gets into the fight here. Somebody else way over here decides to stick their nose in the business. Now he's just shooting like and you know, as always, you want to make my other fights messy for other people. So he's just doing that for himself. Continue on. So what I'm doing now is doing all that I can to knock down his base. I want to prevent him from, you know, hitting that headshot, and also I want to knock him down, and I have to deal with this other person way out in the distance. It's insane. You'd be surprised how accurate a shotgun, or how much damage the shotgun could do from that range. So again, I'm trying to just keep him suppressed and keep that pencil in his hand. Put it back to real time. I'm looking for a way up. All right, I find a way up a little bit. Now this other guy is really close. 1, 2, 3, 4. This other guy is really close. Now I hear him, and now he's getting his face into this fray, and then there's this other guy way down here wants to get his face into the fray, right? So many people. This is what happens when you make a lot of noise. So let's slow it down a bit because the things are going to get kind of hectic, and I want to go free cam here. All right, so now we have more people. Everyone's distracted. I'm still at 200 HP. I'm going to go ahead and turtle in so I could kind of assess to what's happening. Make sure I'm reloaded before I get more into the fight. Put a trap just in case someone pushes me while this guy's preoccupied with this one. This guy gets nailed by a blue pump. Dead. Now I'm down here ready to fight this guy. After I just saw that happen. I was still caught reloading. Now with shotguns, I like to chill, peek, and shoot. I don't like to just jump out there and spray unless I know I'm going to go for the kill. I don't know what health this guy has because I haven't hit this guy. Speed it up a bit. Building up. Now we have another build off. But now we have a shotgun battle. I'm going to slow it down and play at 50% here. And then, like, literally, this is where it gets ugly, right? We've all been here before. I get hit. But luckily, I don't know what ends up happening. I was able to kill him right before anything. I thought I got hit just to seeing that we both hit markers, but I was able to hit him point blank. Like, let me just show you how fast that happens in real time from us seeing each other. He healed up, actually, so look. This. happened to land right. Oh, see, he did chunk me. See, it happened to land right in front of me, and now I have to retreat and heal. In the meantime, while that's happening, we have this guy. 3, 4. We have this guy coming in to play cleanup. Oh, actually, he's gonna go get a thing. So I'm hurt, healing up, low on health. I'm struggling to get in bandages and whatnot. And he's just going to go ahead and heal up. Now, if I walk away with 125, that's great. I'm kind of fumbling my healing and whatnot. This guy as well, as he understood there's a lot of people. He's going to come in with a grenade launcher. But as you can see, I'm like fumbling, struggling, trying to find what I want because there's so much loot. Trying to pick up bandages. Doing anything that I can just to get ready for this next fight that I don't know, because I just had a guy show up and things get kind of crazy. Looking for more materials here. Now, let's go ahead and pause it here. This guy shows up because I'm still causing a ruckus, and he's ready. And he starts climbing up. The storm's right next to us, so I don't have to worry about it because the storm is kind of like, it's there, but it's not pushing me. This guy definitely now has the high ground, and now I'm doing my best to try and find him. My goal right now is to get to the high ground. So I build up to the high ground very quickly. I'm sorry, my camera's slow. Very quickly, establish a point, so that way I could fight again. I'm low on health still, but now this guy's stuck in the storm. I'm dodging. I luckily dodged that bullet. That bullet could have killed me. That bullet could have killed me. That bullet does hit. Let me go back. Let's jump on board me. In the slow motion, there's a delay in showing me, but as you can see, I did get chunked. Reloading. So make sure you're reloaded. But again, this guy kind of surprised me. He jumps down. I get a little bit of an angle. Chunked him once. I'm not quite sure. I think the storm behind him has spooked him. Let's speed it up a bit. I'm going to maintain the high ground here. Use my minis. Very clear. Now you may ask yourself, what does this mean in being in the top 10, right? The most important thing is I was sat here on the edge of the circle, so no one else is going to surprise me. If someone else surprises me, they have to come this way, right? So that's the most important tip in terms of this circle right here. Back on board. Now we both traded, and now I'm at 80%, and he's at 80%, and I'm like 40%. I jump down, I catch him while he's healing up, and finish the kill. His mistake, he didn't cover himself, and now I have to do the song and dance again. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here. Of healing. Trying not to heal out in the open. It's a bad habit that I have. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and make my way, make sure I've got everything reloaded, making sure that there is no bandages out there because I'm desperately needing bandages. And as you can see, let me go ahead and pan out. I'm going to walk my way along this side because, again, it's only have to worry about the left side. And all this left side, me being down here, I'm protected from most of the shots. You know, no one else can't hit me. So I'm going to take that route over there. I'm going to keep this fast forward. In the previous fight, I went that way, so I know like no one's over there. I'm going to take a lot of, again, sticking my nose in some people's business. Seeing if I could get lucky, get a kill. Maybe someone's low on health, I get a shot. But I'm keeping my attention towards this part of the storm. Right, making sure no one's around, no one's sneaking up on me, because I don't have to go to the circle immediately. You have to clear out your side. I'm still looking for bandages, by the way. No luck there. I'm keeping my eye down here. I don't have to physically go way over there. Just use my eyes. Gotta watch out for these bush guys, if there's any. And luckily, there's a drop here. I'm definitely hoping that there's some kind of form of heals or anything like that. I do find a slurp. That's good. Let's fast forward a little bit here. In the meantime, this circle is literally dead center with the circle of death. This guy's down here, which I know he does not want to be. Let's take a look at where else everybody else is. This guy down there. Speed it up a little bit. This guy's down there in a tough spot. He's decided to live there. Meanwhile, you have this guy up here and this guy. There's another guy in the mountains somewhere. He's over here. Sorry. Right, the tippity top. It's fine to get the tippity top of the high ground where this guy is at, but you have to be prepared and have a contingency plan when you have to go down. And he still has to deal with the guy in front of him. So that's where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where you have 5 of us right now. 3 guys on this side of the circle, 1 guy down below on this side, and me on the other side. Let's continue to fast forward here. Now, I get, like, sniped randomly from this dude way over here deep in the mountain. He, like, decks me. Because I, like, booby-trap this. I'm like, cool, let me booby-trap this and be on my merry way. And so I go and try to snipe someone. I build up a little bit. I think it's smoke and decks me. Again, I'm establishing a point of dominance on my side of the circle using iron. The only tricky thing about iron is while you're building it, you can't really hear. Alright, so now I'm here, scoping it out. Let's jump on board me. Let's put it back on real time. Just checking pop shots, trying to make something happen. In my mind, if I get a kill, cool. If I damage someone, that's just one less person I have to deal with. But I'm a lot better health-wise than before. Oh, Smoke Tree the one that decked me. There it is. He decked me. Alright, so now I gotta use that heal. Sorry about that. Someone followed me on Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and use this heal. Push in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go back a little bit. I apologize. Now I have to get to the circle because the circle, again, is the strongest enemy in this game. So I decide it's time to go into the circle after I get this heal off. Fast forward a bit. Because I don't want to have to deal with that, especially in the place in the Valley of Death. So I go ahead and I find a point. I'm jumping because I got sniped, and I'm gonna go ahead and establish a point down here. As on the edge as possible. That's a little too far out. So I noticed that. I was like, no, I'm not in the circle yet. Let me go ahead and jump down. Let me shoot some potatoes in there. See if it's within range. It's not as best range I want. But at least I'm just trying to stop this guy from doing what he wants. I'm not even in the circle yet. I think I'm right on the edge. I want to get a little bit closer, so that's why I build here. Alright, I'm in a little bit. I'm just trying to hopefully get that lucky potato and knock him off. Now the thing is his building's right up against the mountain. So even if I knock down the bottom part, it doesn't really matter. But what he did was he created an opportunity for me to dunk him in, right? That's why the satellite bases and the porta forts, they're not that great with the grenade launcher versus an RPG. I get a hit there. Just to show you the kind of pressure that it could do to you. I'm doing my best just to keep him suppressed. He's on the corner, and I know if I could get another grenade launcher in there, he'd be donezo. Here he comes. That one gets in. Now he's down on the ground. Here comes the other one. That's why you kind of just spam it, because you'll never know when we'll get lucky. Oh, my goodness. That was just some bad luck there. Hold on. He's still up here. All right. There's a latency when it comes to slow-mo. Okay, so one grenade knocks him down. Out comes another one. Oh, hold on. The whole thing got... Alright, the server needs to kind of like catch up to... There you go. So I'm setting these out. Go slow-mo. This is like the way slow motion works. He's in a tough spot. Healing. Guts healed. Out comes grenades. Boom. This one right here gets him. This one right here. Boom. And the fall. Alright, so I got rid of that guy. So, as you can see, my whole point that as I'm having a little bit of fun here, is that I'm on this side of the circle. Right? I know no one should be up there. And if they are, great, being for sneaky. But I'm here. Right? This is my side. Even someone could be up here, but I'm taking that gamble because I counted that there was this many people up here, right? I identified that there's this many people out here. He got rid of this guy, so now we're in a 1v1. Let's see how positioning matters here. So he has to come down the mountain a little bit because that was the gamble I was taking. I was like, I hope his part of the mountain is not in, but it was, and he knows that. It's just in, like barely in, and I'm doing my best to chunk him a bit. Because at this point, I don't want him to establish a point of dominance up there. I want to make him uncomfortable. I have the ammo. I'm going to just keep going at it. He has a hunting rifle, so it's going to be a very hard shot for him to hit. Now, at this point, as I have him down, right, I'm going to go ahead and push in because I'm not in the circle. Let's go back to me. I'm not in the circle, so I need to quickly change that. Because if not, I'm going to have a bad time. So I get into the circle. Lay down some fire. I knew I hit him. So I was like, okay, he's going to either heal or build. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the circle so I don't have to deal with this later. Now, this is a very, 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 very sticky situation I get in. I immediately start trying to build a ceiling so that way if he has any kind of explosive, I could deal with it. And I find out very quickly that he does. Right now. I'm just trying to get into the circle. All right, now he has explosives. So now I'm like, uh-oh, he has explosives. So I'll do my best to build out as much as possible. So this is what he sees me doing. This is going to go ahead and rail down those things. And I'm doing my best just to confuse him to create this big, massive thing. So I'll allow my other parts of the fort where I want to go to build. He totally has the advantage here. But I'm in the circle, so that's my advantage. And so I'm just trying to maintain that. And he doesn't know exactly where I am. I take a sniper shot and I miss. So now he has to come down because the storm's not ready to push him out. He comes down a little bit early. But he knows he's probably low on mats, materials. I don't know. I can't see what he has. So he jumps down to my level. Let's jump on board me. And now we're even Stevens. It's a little bit high up. The good thing is though, he's pinned himself in with his back against the wall, which is great for a grenade launcher. Again, I'm kind of fearful of his explosives. I don't know if he still has any, but now I've established his high ground. Now I'm back to this high ground, and now I could just do exactly what I did before, right? And just rain down those grenade launchers on him. He's in a tough spot. He's going for the Desert Eagle kill at this point. And at that point, I knew that maybe, if he gets me, great. But this is what he's dealing with, right? The high ground. Slow it down a little bit. He's giving me places to dunk him. That's why you have to be careful. You have to build ceilings first. Because if you do this way method first, people could just easily dunk you. And I'm going to pull out my Scar. Continue to lay pressure down. Because the circle is pushing him back towards me. Now he's in the circle. Now I'm not in the circle, so I have to push in a little bit. Let's go back to me. I'm not in the circle, so I have to push in a little bit. Now we have a nice... Now we're getting into a nice little build-off here. Slow it down. So my goal is when you build up this high, you need to instantly build a wall and block him. Because he could easily turn and get a nice shotgun blast. Right? One shotgun blast puts me in a world of hurt. Now we're like half speed now. So now I have the angle on him. And this is where he makes a mistake. He boxed himself in. I try not to turtle myself in build-offs. I still do. But now he's in a bad spot. I'm doing all that I can to stop him from building. I'm shooting the back wall, the bottom wall, the top wall. And he falls down because he built an iron floor. So now he's in deep trouble. Alright, let's back up the camera here. So at this point, I need to find him because he's on the edge of the circle. And I'm barely in. And this circle's getting smaller and smaller. But I decided to go up. Now granted, he could try to take out the bottom. But there was a lot of work to do because of my iron base that I built. Speed up in real time. So my job is to find him where he's at. Luckily, as you can see here, I catch a glimpse of him, of his iron building. Right there. Perfect. Now I know where he is because I see him. Write down bullets. Trying to get a dunk in there. Bing, headshot. There it is. There it is. Woo! So main important thing in this one is that the circles, okay, is creating a lot of different situations, but you can't lose the high ground as much. If you can keep it. But more importantly, establish a point of dominance as much as possible. And if you are in this river of death, try not to be in the bottom of the river of death as much as possible. And don't create easy opportunities for people to get you. But especially when they have a grenade, and when it comes to the grenade launcher. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I appreciate all your comments, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'm on live, you can watch me live. So watch me on my live stream, twitch.tv/SanchoWest. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys next time. Do your like, share, subscribe thing, and as always, oh yeah, peace. Adios, guys. Bye. Yeah.